in the 100th game for her as a college coach. Hello again, I'm John Schrader alongside Tim Harris, and welcome to our women's soccer presentation on Prime. This is a Washington team that comes in here with a 3-game winning streak and an offensive attack led out of the midfield by Tara Belansky.
Well, they stress play through the midfield, and Belansky's the one who needs to see a lot of the ball today. She's going to get a lot of touches. She leads the team in scoring, but what they need her to do is get the ball and distribute all day long.
An almost unbelievable 51 shots this year in 12 games for Washington. On the other hand, Cal 1-3 in the league, but they play 5 out of their last 6 at home, and we'll see very quickly the speed of their midfielder Allie Kemp.
Cal tries to play a very attacking style, and Allie Kemp is the speedster on the left side of midfield who's going to run up and down the left side of the field all day long, getting balls to the end line, getting them into the box for headers, or taking the ball directly to goal herself.
Both of these teams are on the downside of the standings in the Pacific 10 Conference. They'd like to take care of that in the next couple of hours. We'll have the starting lineups next on Prime.
You ever hear anyone talk about life like you gotta chew it up and spit it out? You gotta want it so bad you can taste it. You gotta be hungry. If so, Gatorade has one question for you. You want something to drink with that? Because you're gonna be thirsty. Life is a sport. Drink it up.
Hi, I'm Jim Palmer. If you're a homeowner who's had credit problems, the Money Store can give you a fresh start with their new Back on Track program. Just make your first 12 payments on time, and the Money Store will reduce your interest rate by 0.5%. Keep paying on time, and they'll lower your rate again at the end of years 2 and 3. That's a savings of 1.5%. You can lower your interest rate and your payments just for paying on time. The Back on Track program, now at the Money Store. Call 1-800-LOAN-YES.
When you gotta get there this afternoon, Southwest has a flight that's leaving soon. Or if you like to fly by the light of the moon, Southwest has a flight that's leaving soon. You got places to go and people to see, Southwest has a flight that's leaving soon. Tune into that Southwest frequency, not just a low-fare airline. Catch a flight that's leaving soon. Southwest is the low-fare airline. Little word, big difference. There's no stealing your thunder. No, it can't be contained. You fill me with wonder and cool me off line.
The goal, she's played every minute of every game here in 1995. She makes her 33rd consecutive start for Coach Leslie Gallimore. In the back, the sweeper is Jeannie Rain. Terry Gleason has 3 goals on 7 shots. In the middle, we talked about Tara Belansky. Erin Polkman, a transfer from the University of Hartford. And up front, Emily Thompson, along with Belansky, 21 career goals for the Huskies. Karen Cook again starts, as she has every game this year, 14 straight. She's given up 14 goals, a goals against average of just over 1. Courtney Carroll is the sweeper for the defense-minded California Golden Bears. In the middle, we talked about Allie Kemp, and Shelley Fouts is a freshman. Ashley Hunt and Ryan McManus, the 2 people up front. The kickoff coming up next from Berkeley, Washington, and the Golden Bears. They'll kick it off here. Cal Berkeley in the white uniforms. Cal leads this series 3-1. The first time they were scored upon in this series was last year when Washington beat the Bears 3-1. And here we go as Washington sends it deep into the defensive zone. And hustling down after it. And a throw in the corner immediately for Washington. Karen Cook gets an opportunity right away. She took a whole lot of shots last year, and that's something, Tim, that Andy Bonchansky wanted to eliminate this year. So they tried to slow the pace down a little bit and not get Karen Cook overworked.
Absolutely, but you got to like that as a goalkeeper, to be able to come off your line this early in a game, get a touch on the ball, see the ball, have a good play, make it very clean. It gives you a good, confident feeling going into the game.
Tara Belansky left foots it. Erin Salzman is a junior out of Encino, California, one of the few Californians on this Washington team, and defended quickly by Carrie Reedon. Carrie Reedon, one of several players on the Cal team from Poway, California. In and around that part of California, FC Bratz, a famous club team there, several freshmen, in fact, Stanton, Fouts, and McManus, all in the starting lineup here today for Cal from that same soccer club.
Well, that's a nice thing to have coming into a team, because you know they're going to play a similar style. They understand each other, they know each other, and that's a great recruiting coup for Andy Bonchonsky.
Ashley Hunt up front, number 3, and chasing it down to throw it in, Ryan McManus. She just turned 18 years of age.
That makes a young one.
How does that make us feel?
I was 18 100 years ago.
And Washington trying to get it out of the zone, but they cannot. Kicked away by Emily Thompson. She's a senior out of Everett. Washington, a more experienced team. They're 6-6, 1-2 in the Pac-10. California 6-6-1. They've lost 3 out of 4 in the Pac-10, but they are 3-0-1 at home and have given up only 2 goals in 4 matches here at Witter Field. California with a shot well wide by Ashley Hunt. She's a freshman out of Bonita Vista, California.
Good player. You noticed her on the turn there. One of the things they like about her, she's a skillful player. She holds it well. She can shield. Obviously, she'd like to have gotten out better on the frame, but the important thing is she's getting the chances early on.
Tina Thompson with the goal kick. She can't get it out of the zone, and it is Hunt. Hunt ahead and into the box and defended very nicely by Emily Thompson of Washington. Carrie Reedon. Natalie Mariani is number 9 for California. We'll do our best here in the early stages to try and set up all of the players in the game. Washington in the purple, California in the white. Goes over the end line, and it'll be a goal kick for the University of Washington. Washington in 1994, 13-6-2. The Huskies made it into the second round of the NCAA tournament in '94, losing on penalty kicks to powerhouse Stanford.
Well, they'll hope to get back to the playoffs this year. They're going to have a strong finish in these last 6 games of the season to get a bid into the tournament. But Leslie Gallimore certainly hopes that this being a streaky team, they can carry this 3-game winning streak that they've got going right now and make it a 9-game winning streak at the end of the season.
Adrian Sellers, a sophomore out of Redmond, Washington, tried to get it ahead, but Ashley Hunt now has it for California. Slows it up, gets some help, send it right back to the midfield to Carrie Reedon. And they work their way back and try and get organized. We're just underway in Berkeley, Pac-10 women's soccer. On a gorgeous October afternoon, Tara Belansky brings it forward for the Huskies. And it is defended by Tracy Long. We talked about the experience. Tracy Long is the only senior on this Cal team.
Great play by Tracy at that point, stepping up, reading the pass and intercepting it, and then initiating the attack herself.
And Washington will get it as it goes out of bounds. Adrian Sellers for Washington will throw it in. She's a sophomore out of Redmond. Most of the players on this Washington team from the state of Washington. California now gets to throw it in on the far side of the field. Trying to get it into the box. It's sent back out very easily. Belansky over her head sends it forward. Teams kind of feeling each other out here early on. Washington able to keep Cal from that penetration. However, Ashley Hunt has it. It is off Washington, and California will throw it in right in front of us. Allie Kemp, high school sprinter, and the leading scorer on this California team. Back to the other end. Courtney Carroll back, and she sends it to midfield. Erin Potchman is number 11 for the Huskies. Adrian Sellers chases it down on the far side. Ashley Hunt is there with her. And a foul called right at midfield, and Washington will have it. Allie Kemp, and we talked in the pregame, Tim, about Allie Kemp's speed, and there she tried to take advantage of it, however was defended. Jeannie Rain.
Yeah, it was a good chance for us to see her pace getting beyond players, and that's what they're going to need to see her do today, is get the ball, touch it wide, and get going down the end line and get the balls into the box. Thus far, neither team really able to control the game, not able to string many passes together, and both teams want to play an attractive type of style.
Emily Thompson is hit down hard by Tracy Long, and so Washington will have it. Emily Thompson has 21 career goals. She's tied with Belansky for the Washington record, but she's had kind of a tough year. Only 3 goals on 30 shots this year. Deep into the box, and it's Long who sends it over the back line, and there'll be a corner kick for the Huskies.
Here we'll see a first chance for the Huskies. Corner kicks in any game when you have two teams that don't score a lot of goals and don't give up a lot of goals. Set pieces are very, very vital. For the goalkeeper in this situation, she's got to be strong. She's got to be big, command the box. If she's coming, she's yelling. If she's not, she's staying and asking to clear the ball right away.
Erin Potchman with the corner kick. It is defended, however, Washington continues to control it, and it is again off the end line, and a corner kick from the other side for the Huskies. Melinda Torrey, she is an offensive player, scored 4 goals this year, but has since been moved over to the defensive side, and this is as close as she gets to being a real offensive player right now.
Well, Washington's had a lot of injuries this year, and Leslie Gallimore's had to change her lineup. Different formations, different tactics to try and compensate for the injuries that they've taken this year, and players are going to find themselves in odd positions.
Second quick corner kick for the right-footed Erin Potchman. Was on a 16 victory Hartford team a year ago. Belansky tried to control it, and a shot well over the net by Terry Gleason, and a goal kick coming up for California. California 6-6-1. Their tie, a scoreless tie with the University of the Pacific. They're the 10th rated team in the West Regional, and they play 5 out of 6 at home. They play number 2 Portland and number 7 Santa Clara on this Witter Field before this season is over. So while Washington has played most of their top 20 competition, the Bears still have it coming up.
Well, both these teams are so evenly matched in the record and in their style of play. Actually, both coaches are from the same area, went to rival high schools, and you're going to see similar styles. But as you say, both teams have played top 10 teams. They've got a tough schedule, and they're going to have a rough time trying to get in the NCAA tournament.
Emily Thompson tried to send it forward. Tracy Long can't take it away from her. California, however, sends it back the other way, and here's Allie Kemp. Allie Kemp ahead to Ashley Hunt. She's a freshman out of Bonita High School, Vista High School in Bonita.
She's a good player. She needs to get a little bit more forward into the attacks, stretch the defense of the University of Washington, and get balls to her head because she's a big player.
Jessica Stanton sends it into the box, and it is out of bounds, and a throw in for California. Adrian Sellers defended that. In fact, you have a history with both of the coaches in this game. Andy Bonchansky at Cal in his 5th year, and Leslie Gallimore, a former Cal player, in her 2nd year in Seattle.
Absolutely. Played with and against Andy and went to high school with Leslie, so we've got a common bond.
A bond in a hurry. And it's Emily Thompson who sends it back, defended by Courtney Carroll. She is joined back there by Berkeley Bowers. Berkeley's brother Ryan was a player here in California. And back to Karen Cook. So neither team has really had a great opportunity to score here. If Cal doesn't get the ball out of that zone, it'll give Washington a quick opportunity. It goes out of bounds, and it'll be Washington's ball.
Well, University of Washington's been frustrated a little bit by Cal's high-pressure defense, which Andy Bonchansky says he's going to employ today, as he feels that University of Washington cannot possess the ball if they're being pressured all over the field, and thus far it's working.
Throw in by Thompson into the box and cleared out momentarily by California, and Karen Cook with an easy opportunity there. Joe Pimental is our referee today. The linesmen Jim Moraga and Doug Hescox. this Pacific 10 conference match. 8 teams in the Pac-10 playing women's soccer here in 1995, sponsoring a full season of Pac-10 soccer for the first time. And again, here come the Huskies. Emily Thompson is hanging around the head, and the pass is to Thompson, and Cook is there just in front of Emily Thompson with the first good offensive opportunity in this game.
And great vision to find Thompson out wide, but a very good play by Cook coming off her line, reading the play, and taking it off her foot.
Erin Potchman left foots it into the box. It's defended by Allie Kemp, and Kemp sends it to midfield, where Adrian Sellers gets it on her head for Washington. And now the foot race is on. Jeannie Rain is back to defend Ryan McManus.
Good play by Jeannie Rain, their last defender in that case. McManus was all over. It was a good play to slide, kick it away for a corner, get yourself set, regroup, and go again.
So Washington setting up defensively, the first corner kick opportunity for the homestanding University of California.
Look for Jeannie Rain in this point to try and get this ball, rather strike that. Look for Ashley Hunt of Cal. They'll be looking for her. She's tall, 5'11". She towers over most people, and she should be good in the air. They're going to be looking to her to either head it direct to goal or flick it on.
Natalie Mariani, a junior out of Alameda, California, is corner kicking it, right footer into the box, headed up for grabs again, and cleared by Washington. Ahead to Erin Saltzman. Erin Saltzman tries to send it forward, but Tracy Long is again heads up there, and California has it at midfield. Berkeley Bowers ahead to the freshman Ashley Hunt. And Tina Thompson is able to grab the loose ball for the University of Washington. Back with more soccer from Berkeley, coming right up after these commercial messages.
When you're flying the Love Air airline, you're flying with Southwest. You gotta fly out to see the honey, or maybe close a big business deal. But you don't wanna spend so much money that you can't afford your next meal. We will fly you right to your city. You'll be laughing all the way there. There'll be money left in the kitty, cause you've paid the lowest fare. We're not a low-fare airline, we're the low-fare airline. Little word, big difference. Ba-ba-da.
Oregon State. For 125 years, we've focused on success one student at a time. A portrait of excellence. Oregon State. 11 colleges, more than 170 programs, and 5,000 courses. The focus is on the future.
Unofficially in the 42nd minute of this contest between Washington and California. John Schrader and Tim Harris and the rest of our prime crew at Witter Field in Berkeley. It's Carol from Fremont, California, Northern California, Mission San Jose High School in Fremont. Rain is number 3, defending it. Here's Rachel Davidson. Davidson to Kemp. Kemp ahead to McManus, and the pass is again off. Difficult offensive series. Bowers, and she's able to control it for California.
Well, they need to find Kemp more balls at her feet or into space she can run onto. Playing it up to her head, she's not a tall player. She's going to have trouble with that. She's not going to be able to exploit her strengths.
So Carroll again with the kick for California. Gets it deep. Lily Monty tries to head it, and Alicia Lopez there as well. And it is Lopez who heads it, but it's controlled by the Huskies. Tina Thompson Aaron Saltzman, defended by Mariani there. And here comes Davidson, very physical player, and the referee says play on. Ahead to McManus, and it's knocked away right in front of Thompson by the Washington defender, Terry Gleason.
Thompson
and Adrian Sellers.
I'm sorry, Thompson needs to communicate that she's coming there. There was a little bit of a mix-up that could have been a lot more trouble than what resulted.
Deep throw in by Lopez. Monty controls it now for California. This is Bowers. And an easy play for the goalkeeper, Tina Thompson. Shot and a save. And the Huskies in the waning minutes of the first half in a scoreless game in Berkeley. Thompson. And here's California. California's in the white, Washington in the purple. Here is Lopez. She's out of Long Beach. Lopez back to Monty, but she sent it to the wrong team. Fitzpatrick. Now Lopez gets another shot at it and sends it to the left side.
That's what you like about a player. If they lose it, go and get it back. You don't mind that if they lose it, get it back. You just hate it if they lose it and then they leave it. Let somebody else clean up the mess.
Tracy Long, the senior co-captain, sends it to the right side. This is Berkeley dribbling it upfield. There's Allie Kemp, the junior out of Leucadia, California, San Diquito High School. Ahead to Lopez. Lopez in the box, knocked away by the Washington defense, chased down by Carroll. Carroll on the left wing. Back out to Monty. Monty in the middle to Bowers. And again, they have trouble controlling the ball. Here comes Darcy Fitzpatrick. She has Saltzman in front of her, but Monty and Long hustling back on defense. Here comes Aaron Potchman, and Long is forced to kick it out of bounds. And Potchman will have a throw in for the Huskies.
Bit of a scary throw in right there. I'm surprised the referee gave that.
And Washington controls it. Berkeley Bowers. And Potchman left foots it into and past both Saltzman and Thompson. And that's the end of the first half. We have played through 45 minutes at Whitterfield in Berkeley. Washington and California are scoreless. We'll take a look at the numbers through the first 45 minutes as we continue from Berkeley. Too many really good offensive opportunities in this one.
No, the first half very quiet. Here was the only real chance by Emily Thompson, a glancing header that Cook can get to her left and save. You see she extends herself, holds it well. We'll see it from Cook's view. She's setting herself. Ball's cut back and then lifted into the box. Thompson crashing. Again, just misdirects this header to the left of Cook, who's able to stretch wide and hold a good save, but really the only chance of the first half.
And each goalkeeper had a save. Thompson and Cook, only 7 shots in the game, 4 by Washington, although the Huskies have 3 times as many corner kicks. Back with the second half from Berkeley after this on Prime. For the second half, and they have reinserted Shelley Fouts and Carrie Reedon in the midfield. Casey Dickerson comes in for the University of Washington. Seems that Washington, Tim, is at the better of it offensively, haven't been able to score. California really in a quandary here. They want to push the ball forward. Their forwards are rookies, literally freshmen, but they put themselves in danger of Washington scoring in transition.
Well, they're trying to stretch the Washington defense by pushing up, but what they need to do, I think, is drop back to collect the ball, because there's no linking between midfield and forward, and I think that's one of the problems Andy was trying to solve at halftime, is trying to get some sort of play up front. The stats aren't really telling at this point as to how close this game really isn't in terms of possession.
Right, and of course we switch ends. Washington in the purple. We'll move from the right to the left now. Tracy Long, Berkeley Bowers, and Courtney Carroll have been pretty good in the back for California. Aaron Potchman will throw it in for Washington. The Huskies 6-6, 6-6-1, the record for California. Andy Bonchansky's team at Cal in the NCAA tournament in '93. Washington was in the tournament into the second round in 1994. Belansky gets it ahead. That's Emily Thompson. Allie Kemp loses control of it. Thompson has it, and she loses it. Aaron Saltzman trying to chase it down, and it's Berkeley Bowers who saves it for Cal. The ball is off Washington. It'll be a throw-in for the freshman Hunt.
Well, we saw Kemp defending there, and that's one thing that obviously is part of her job, but something that Annie Bonchonsky doesn't want her to have to do all day long is basically waste her breath defending. They want to see her get the ball, and not even the position where she has it here. They need to get her pushed up forward where she can do some damage.
Yeah, Kemp started on the left side. Now she's working on the right side here since midway through the first half. Melinda Torre throws it ahead to Sonia Trondum, who will throw it in for the Huskies right in front of us to Belansky. Torre, the offensive player turned defender, gets it to Saltzman. And it is Lopez who heads it away. Lopez played high school soccer for the boys team and the girls team.
Oh, I love that.
Or I should say for the girls team and the boys team.
I love that.
In Long Beach. It's kicked out by Allie Kemp.
Barely
a throw-in. Boy, that was very, very close to giving away a corner kick. Emily Thompson chasing it down for Washington.
I think this half, Karen Cook is going to be very busy in goal for for Cal. They seem to be taking a lot more punishment than giving it, and I think she's going to have a busy half.
Carrie Reedon kicks it up for grabs and out, and Washington will keep possession of it. It's Emily Thompson, senior forward, 5'3" out of Everett, Washington. Into Belansky, to Thompson, and Shelley Fouts fighting for it, and a shot on goal, and Karen Cook knocks it down. Melinda Torre with the big foot, and Cook is able to make the save.
A good shot, good strong shot, and a good save by Cook. But what I like, again, they're shooting from outside, trying to make something happen, and I think that we're going to see more of that from UW during this half, and more defensive work from Cal.
We move into the 49th minute of this game. We're scoreless. Here's Belansky, and it's knocked away. Allie Kemp sends it forward. It's defended by Jeannie Rain. Tina Thompson in front of Lopez and controls it right away from Alicia Lopez.
Good save, good tough save going at Lopez's feet to pull that off, and then she drops it, but boom, she's up on it, gets it, controls it, and gets the attack going again.
And the Bears again trying to work on the left wing, but they lose control of it. And here come the Huskies. Forward to Saltzman, headed back. Now in the middle to Belansky. Belansky to Thompson. Thompson defended by Kemp, and Kemp has it for California. Down the right wing to Hunt. 5'11" freshman. She loses control of it.
Have you noticed a lot of the players this game have been slipping? I think the grass is a little soft underneath. It's a little wet, and a lot of players are slipping. They're wearing molded type shoes as opposed to the stud variation of a soccer shoe.
Courtney Carroll, a good individual play, because Washington had something going in front with Casey Dickerson sneaking in front, but Carroll made the play. Washington continues to control it. Thompson on the right wing to Gleason. Terry Gleason has it knocked away by Lopez. Lopez not only fast, but trying to play physically here. Potchman, and knocked away by the Bears and out of bounds. So good defensive play there by California. A throw in, though, for the Huskies. Shot and a save. It's Saltzman who got her head on the ball, and Karen Cook another save for the Bears.
Absolutely, and you could feel almost here that the tempo has been picked up by University of Washington. They've picked up the tempo a little bit, the pace of the game. They're being more direct. I think that was the message at halftime from Coach Gallimore is, hey, let's step it up a little bit, turn up the volume, so to speak, on these guys, and try and get a goal within the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, 4 shots for the Huskies in the first half, and 2 quick shots here, and 2 quick saves by Karen Cook.
And the key is good chances as opposed to just shots. Here we see a crossing ball, little header that's going to, hey, these are the things that are going to score goals. Just chances, keep going, keep attacking, keep pressure.
So frankly, we've already seen in the first 5 minutes of the second half more action than we saw in the first 45.
Much more.
Emily Thompson on the left wing. She is deep in the box, and the shot gets away. May have been knocked out by Cal. And it was not. The shot that just got away from Washington. Lucky break for California's defense. But you mentioned at halftime, Karen Cook's going to get a lot of activity here, and Washington really turning up the offense.
Well, I just think late in the first half we saw a lot of Washington getting a lot of the ball. Cal having to defend. They don't seem to be holding on to the ball to wear out the Washington defense, and I just think they're going to have more of the ball this half, and they're going to have more chances. And I would anticipate, and I'm certainly no seer of the future, that the first goal in this game is going to come from Washington.
So what's that turban on your head and that little ball in front of you? What's that for?
That's just a big forehead.
And Sellers sends it forward to Saltzman. Saltzman with the broken wrist. Gleason has it knocked away by Lopez. And Lopez knocked out of bounds by Gleason. And it'll be Cal's ball. California and Washington scoreless in Berkeley at Whitterfield.
We see a little action here with Lopez. Good shielding. A little bit of a thank you, I need the ball, elbow in the back.
Sellers knocks it out. California will have a throw in right across the field from us and right in between the two benches. Washington in the purple uniform and uniforms, and the white unis for Cal. Alicia Lopez throws it in on the left wing, knocked out of bounds by Washington. So Lopez keeps it right in front of her bench. Andy Bonchansky and the California Golden Bears. Tracy Long left foots it. It's Fouts who gets her head on it. Knocked away. Lopez keeps it in control. There's Kemp. Kemp tries to get it forward to McManus, and Washington finally is able to clear it. A little sloppy, but they were able to get it out of there.
I think that was the key word. They needed to clean up house a little bit better than that. That was sloppy.
Rain with the long kick to midfield. Tracy Long out of bounds. Long, the senior captain from San Mateo on the west side of the bay here in Northern California, went to Aragon High School. And again, fights hard to get control of the ball. Tina Thompson is controlling it for the Huskies. Washington, California scoreless. We're in the 54th minute in Berkeley. Ahead to Saltzman. It's a foot race. Bowers in a foot race, and she's able to get it to Kemp on the right wing, who saves it. Hunt. And there's Belansky for the Huskies. Washington controls it. Saltzman kicks it right to Carrie Reedon. It's Courtney Carroll. Carroll ahead to McManus. And Tina Thompson has it for Washington. Adrian Sellers was there, but again, a little bit sloppy in the backside for Washington.
Well, the chances that Cal is getting is less a result of Cal's own creation as much as it's sloppy play at this point in the back by Washington. They need to tighten it up a little bit, organize the defense, and be a little bit more aggressive. And I don't mean aggressive when I say that, I mean physical, but aggressive, taking charge.
Tried to get the pass ahead to Mariani. It's Kemp who's got it on the right wing. She decides to take a shot at it, and Tina Thompson is right there. Kemp came in with 33 shots, which sounds like a fair number in 13 games. You look at Belansky, who came in here with 51 shots in 12 games. That might give you a little bit of an idea, really, Tim, of the philosophies of these teams. Absolutely. And the situation where they're at in the front.
Well, we said at the outset of the telecast that Belansky and Kemp were going to see a lot of the ball. I think, true to the form Belansky has, Kemp I don't think has seen as much as we thought would, and probably anybody else did. And the result has been many more opportunities for Washington.
Lopez controlling it. Fouch tries to get a hold of it, but it is defended away by Torre. Here's Bowers. Bowers looking for Kemp on the right wing, but Belansky is there marking her. Here's Kemp to Fouts. Got McManus and Ashley Hunt in front of her. 3 true freshmen right there in the offensive attack for California, and they lose possession. Back to Bowers. Kemp forward, out of bounds, and it'll be Washington's throw-in. Kemp got a pretty good little bump there by Belansky.
Yeah, they've played each other quite physical, and Belansky, she is a physical player. She's not afraid to mix it up.
Saltzman, Aaron Saltzman, right at midfield, dribbling it away from Bowers and ahead. And a couple of players hit the turf. Belansky for Washington, and hustling back Shelley Fouts. We're at Witter Field in Berkeley, California. John Schrader and Tim Harris. Washington and California are scoreless. Belansky is limping around a little bit now in the back. She didn't even go after that at all. She is really limping hard now as California sends the ball down the right sideline, out of bounds, off Sellers, and McManus chases it down for Cal.
She either twisted her ankle or someone stepped on her foot. I would tend to believe that she twisted it, because no one, as I said, is wearing studs out here, and a molded shoe I don't think would do that. As much danger there, and she's definitely hobbling on it, and this is going to hurt UW. She may take a few minutes and just trying to collect herself.
And the ball goes out over the end line. It'll be a corner kick for California. Belansky now running a little bit harder right at midfield. We do have a substitution coming, though, and I don't know if it's Washington anticipating the need to replace Belansky. It is not. It is California who brings Allie Kemp out of the game, and back into the game is Jessica Stanton.
Well, this could be what this could be, is a chance for Kemp to regroup, get a breath, and maybe bring her on in the last 15 minutes or so. Or maybe Andy just wants to have a chat with her and discuss what's going on.
Shot is well wide of the goal. A shot by Carrie Reedon. So on the corner kick, Cal doesn't get much of an opportunity at all. And Tina Thompson chases down the ball for Washington. Washington riding a 3-game winning streak. Meantime, Cal lost to number 18 Oregon State last week at Corvallis and then beat Montana. So they stopped a 3-game losing streak with that victory. Alicia Lopez for the Bears, individually trying to create something for herself, and she does. And Fouts on the backside, knocked away nicely by Trandom.
I like Alicia Lopez, and I like the fact that she took players on there. She's a very skillful player. When you have a player like that, you got to use your skill, and she does it well.
Back in a minute to Berkeley.
Pac-10 catalog. It's free. Contacts at 800-411-IWAY or online. Either way, get back in school and get the fresh goods.
Prime Sports Showcase, the channel of channels. Sports news, up-to-the-minute scores and highlights. Interviews and features 7 days a week. Sports news you want, when you want it.
It's a great time for all Cowboys.
The Women's Sports Network with pro and amateur competition along with lifestyle segments, breaking new ground in televised sports.
And it's a break point with that forehand.
Prime Deportiva, delivering soccer, boxing, baseball, and news. Presentado a la comunidad hispana. Plus a rewind to the greatest sports moments, reliving events, revisiting venues, and celebrating all the heroes with greatest sports moments. The channel of channels, Prime Sports Showcase.
Something happens when you read the Wall Street Journal every business day. You start seeing opportunities.
And it was Lopez she was trying to hit on the backside. Berkeley Bowers for California gets it on the left wing to Courtney Carroll, and it's out of bounds, and California will have a throw-in. Defended by Casey Dickerson for Washington, and hustling all the way over there to throw it in is McManus.
She's got the big long throw. That's why they waited for her to arrive.
And Courtney Carroll, as the sweeper, comes all the way back to midfield. And McManus for California. Defended by Gleason, sends it in the middle. headed by Hunt, and headed again by Mariani, and headed again by Lopez, but out of bounds over the end line.
Again, a good little effort by Lopez. She is a busy player today, and I like this, that she's busy and she's active. Tina Thompson got caught a little bit in no man's land here on this header. I don't know if we'll catch it. She had come off her line. She comes off her line there. She got caught. A lifting header would have beat her. And Thompson, again, a little bit caught in no man's land.
Yeah, what energy the Bears have had here today has been provided by Alicia Lopez since she came in the first half.
Well, when you have a game like this that your game plan may not be working, you're not able to link your attack as a group, it's going to take individual efforts to try and make something happen.
Belansky showing no apparent effects from a twisted ankle or a twisted knee. And it's Stanton at midfield on the right wing. 2 defenders, and she kicks it out of bounds. So Washington with the throw in. Huskies and Golden Bears are scoreless. Second half in Berkeley. Berkeley Bowers for the Bears. Potchman chasing after it. And she's able to come up with it and gives it to Belansky. Belansky back to Potchman. However, the pass was too deep. The Washington Huskies. Adrian Sellers, sophomore out of Redmond, will throw it in. Her intended target, however, was eluded. That was Dickerson. Didn't have a chance. Saltzman ahead to Trandom, and Carroll was there with Trandom, and Karen Cook beat everybody to the ball. Sonia Trandom out of Bellarmine Prep in Tacoma, Washington. But again, it's the Huskies who control it.
A lot of good players out of Bellarmine Prep. Both male and female players. They've produced a lot of good players.
Tracy Long chases it down for California, and she'll throw it in for the Bears. Tracy Long and Berkeley Bowers and Courtney Carroll played in the back all day long, along with Natalie Mariani. And it is Torrey who comes forward for Washington, and it is taken right away from her by McManus. Here's McManus on the left wing, beats it before it gets out of bounds. And the Bears, with nobody forward, 5 defenders for the Huskies and 1 forward ahead for California. And there's Belansky for the Huskies. Bowers back to Carroll, trying to get reorganized here. Shelley Fouts passes it right back to the Huskies. Knocked away by the Bears. Trandom, Shelley Fouts to Alicia Lopez. Lopez in the middle to Reedon.
Great little touch by Lopez.
Fouts ahead, tries to force the pass into the defense. Reedon heads it forward. Fouts. McManus battling, and so Mariani helps her out, sends it back to the middle. Down the right wing is Jessica Stanton, another one of these true freshmen on this California team. Stanton gets it right back. Bad pass. Forward to McManus. McManus in the middle. There's Stanton. And it is knocked away by Trandom to Emily Thompson. Thompson ahead to Belansky, but Berkeley Bowers is there for California. Ashley Hunt in the middle to Mariani. Forward to Lopez, who now controls it. Great individual skill, as you mentioned a couple of times. Just does a 360, takes a shot, and Tina Thompson is there for the Huskies. Best opportunity of the day for the Golden Bears, provided by Lopez.
Good little turn by Lopez. Get it on her left foot. It was a little bit of an elusive shot. It didn't have a whole lot of power, but it just kept going and going away. And Thompson had to stretch to make the save. And again, I like it that she held on to it as opposed to parrying it wide.
Thompson's 3rd save of the day on California's 7th shot, and clearly their best shot of the day. And it's Lopez again who mixes it up.
Right now, I think with Lopez getting a lot of success individually, they need to play the ball into her, and let her try and work a little bit of magic.
While Allie Kemp continues to sit for California, it's Tracy Long. And it's the top of the goal. Hits the crossbar. Tracy Long hit it long. And there's a goalkeeper. That's a dangerous spot too, because you got to get up there and tip it away. If that thing drops right there in the goal, it has a real chance of just dropping right in there. So you got to really be heads up.
Absolutely. You just have to drop back with it. Make sure, obviously you want the goal kick, but you'll give up a corner if you think it's dangerous of going in.
Fouts tried to get a cutting Mariani in the box, and it is kicked away by Washington. And player down on the floor. It is Belansky on the field. That gives players an opportunity to catch a breather. Leslie Gallimore watching her leading scorer get up rather slowly.
She's obviously concerned. Ooh. Ow. We couldn't see it, but
Lopez and Belansky mixed it up here.
It could be a lower back or a knee or an ankle. Ouch.
Corner kick for California. And it is a goal. Shelley Fouts from the backside, and California has the first goal of the game on the Fouts shot from the corner.
Well, we talked about when goalkeepers come off their line, they need to get something on it. They need to command. Tina Thompson misjudged the corner coming off her line, went to punch and missed, as I'm sure we'll see on the replay. And relatively easy goal. You'll see Thompson right at the very end missing the punch, and just an easy goal. Just touch it in.
Shelley Fouts' first goal as a California Golden Bear on the assist from Natalie Mariani on the corner kick, and it's 1-0 California in the 66th minute of the game.
I told you I could be proven wrong as to who would score in this game, but again, Andy Bonchansky wanted to get the first goal in this game. He felt that he could win if he does get the first goal in this game because he feels it'll lift them. They can play pressure defense and have some success. And again, mistakes create goals, and I think there was a little bit of a mistake in judgment by Tina Thompson on the corner kick, which led to that goal.
And now California watching Washington control the ball, tried to get it ahead to Emily Thompson, but defending were the Golden Bears, and Karen Cook has a goal kick coming up. 1-0 California. Fouts, one of those members of the FC Bratz Club in Southern California, which has been fertile ground in recruiting for Andy Bonchansky, and is a true freshman.
Well, he's going to owe them a Christmas card today.
I should hope so. Now Washington will have to step up the offense just a bit, while, as you can imagine, California will come back a little bit. There's McManus. McManus back to Bowers.
Well, the important thing for Cal is to play. They don't want to play defensive now. They want to continue to push forward, continue to possess the ball, play to win as opposed to play not to lose. And because when you get into that defensive mode, then you're going to end up enduring a lot of pressure.
Belansky, who's been down a couple of times, and again slides there and gets up very, very slowly. Jessica Stanton with Mariani in front of her. McManus is in the box, and Stanton dribbles it all the way in, and it's knocked away by Sellers. I wonder how much of an effect Lopez and her energy and her presence in the box had to do with leaving Shelley Fouts on the backside.
Well, not only that, she's had so many touches in the Washington defensive end, they've had to work harder. And I think they possibly, you're right, they could have been a little bit tired.
McManus throws it in right in front of the flag for California. It's Fouts who gets her head on it. And Ashley Hunt deep. And chasing it down is McManus, but she lets it roll out of bounds. It's Cal's ball. Once again, the freshman McManus with the long throw-in. Defended by Torrey, and finally cleared by Washington. It's Belansky right in the middle. She has Saltzman in front of her, but Bowers is there to get it for the Bears. Reeden loses control of it. And again, the Huskies down 1-0 now here in the second half. Trandom down the right wing. Saltzman is after it. So is Carroll. Courtney Carroll for California. She can't come up with it. She leaves it for Gleason. Gleason in the middle. The shot is good. We're tied. Sonia Trandum scores for Washington, and just like that, we play more than 60 minutes without a goal, and about 3 minutes after the first goal of the game is the second, and we're tied at 1.
Well, you can see this play generating. What a great goal. And she just lays it off and just side foots it. Notice she doesn't try and bury it. Just a side foot. That's all it takes. No chance for Cook. Here we are. The ball's laid back. And just a side footing into the corner. Strong, shielding with her body. No chance for Cook. Great goal.
Gleason to Trandum, and it is 1-1. And that goal coming in about the 69th minute, unofficially. Ryan McManus on the right wing in now a 1-1 game. She gets some attention back to Stanton. It is knocked away by Rain. And a corner kick coming up for California. Open up the floodgates. Natalie Mariani, good look at Tina Thompson. In goal for the Huskies.
She'll be thinking this time.
It was Mariani's corner kick that provided the first goal of the game. And again, she goes on the backside. There's Lopez. Lopez heads it forward, and Thompson is there to make the stop.
Good save. I think Thompson made a little bit of a meal out of it. I don't know if she needed to leave her feet, but it was a good save nonetheless.
It's television. TV. Aaron Potchman for the Huskies to Sellers. Let her too much. It's out of bounds in California. Lopez chases it down. Lopez from El Cerrito High School in Long Beach, Southern California. Has had a big effect on this game since she came in. Back to the backside. Carroll ahead to Bowers. Bowers can't come up with it because Emily Thompson beat her to it, but Bowers has another shot to Stanton, and Stanton has it taken away by the Huskies and out of bounds by Sellers. And we'll be right back. We're in the 71st minute. It's 1-1.
All the white jerseys in the defensive third of the Washington team.
Torrey knocks it out as Stanton tries to dribble it right past her. Ahead to Kemp. Kemp playing more of a forward position now than the midfield. Started in the left side of the midfield, worked her way back. There's a shot in there, and Tina Thompson handles that one easily. The shot by Allie Kemp.
She started the game. Kemp started the game as one of the outside midfielders running the left side. Now they've pushed her up top as one of the two forwards in this 3-5-2 scheme that Andy Bonchonsky uses.
Washington will throw it in right in front of the California bench. Unofficially, less than 10 minutes to play in regulation. You heard the horn blow, so some more substitutions are coming about here. Emily Thompson. Well, Carolyn Jenkins was on the field for a short time. Thompson is back. And Darcy Fitzpatrick is back. So Thompson, Fitzpatrick, and Saltzman will play up front here unless Saltzman left. Now she's still in the game. So those are the three that Coach Leslie Gallimore will use to try and create some offense here in the last 10 minutes of regulation. Kemp forward to Fouts. Fouts ahead for Kemp. That was Stanton. Stanton and Kemp with similar numbers and similar looks. Out of bounds, and Washington will throw it in. Aaron Potchman to Belansky. Tara Belansky's been a warrior here today. She has played very physically, has been banged up a bit, but has been up to the challenge every time.
She's definitely hung in there and stayed in playing she's still a presence. I don't think she's as active as she was in the first half, but that's possibly because she's slowed by some knocks.
So California will have it. Tracy Long. To Lopez, but Lopez can't grab it. Belansky does. Trandum, who has the Washington goal, sends it forward to Saltzman. Saltzman defended by Carroll. Defended rather well, I might say, by Courtney Carroll. It's a corner kick coming up by Washington, though, but she held the ball, controlled it enough to allow her defense to come back and help out.
She shielded well, but what Courtney Carroll did well was not dive in, not basically sell herself, which ended up in a corner, but nothing worse at that point.
Yeah, Saltzman with 4 goals in 5 games coming in, an explosive offensive player. The corner, and here's Trandom, goes right off the side of her foot. The Huskies have a chance. Lopez is there. She keeps it alive. And Belansky chases it down for the Huskies.
Well, Trandom got a little bit unlucky. She had a beat on the ball, but right as she approached it, it hopped up on took a little bad bounce and hopped up on her and ended up being an ankle shot. Lopez
watches it go out. Belansky chases it down, and Washington will throw it in. In the 83rd minute of action, we're tied 1-1. It's Saltzman. Very deep. Cook comes out. The ball is loose, and Cook is able to come up with it.
Good play by Cook coming off her line to collect it.
And now it looks like Saltzman is hobbled a bit. She is very gingerly walking back through the box.
The walking wounded out there.
13, 14 games into the season here. A lot of players already playing with little nicks and bruises. Saltzman fighting for it, and it's the Bears who come up with it. Bowers and Long in the back. Bowers looks right. Now she goes back left to Long, while Darcy Fitzpatrick, who's had a nice long rest on the bench, chases her down. To Lopez. Lopez, she had a Mariani in front of her, but couldn't lead her enough. And Carrie Reedon for California.
Good patience by Reedon to wait for something to open up, and then she found Lopez.
Lopez defended by Sellers. Lopez tries to dribble past Sellers, does get it into the box, but Tina Thompson is there. Sellers neutralized her enough to keep her from getting a real good shot on the goal, and Tina Thompson kicks it to midfield, where Long gets it to Redden, who gets it to Lopez.
Lopez a little bit quieter in the last 10 or 15 minutes of the game.
Sellers and Rain both keeping a close eye on her. This is Torrey. Torrey. And it's out of bounds off Stanton.
Good work by Torrey.
And it's Darcy Fitzpatrick who throws it in.
These throw-ins that they're letting him get away with are unbelievable. They may as well just put it down and drop it and play with their feet.
Unconscionable.
I had to question the referee once.
There you go.
See, now he's getting it away.
Now it was a nice pass to the wrong team. There you go. Kemp is the only Golden Bear there. Torrey, left side to Fitzpatrick. Darcy Fitzpatrick. She's a junior. Out. That wasn't out. It was stopped. Trandom. Trandom. Oh, a nice push there. That
have that.
How you get away with that? Emily Thompson just took out the Golden Bear defender. Is that Mariani?
I believe so.
And just a hello. This is the last 5 minutes of the game. We'll see what we can get away with. Kind of a push.
Here, feel my elbow.
Trandom gets it forward, but Long is there. Long to Lopez. Alicia Lopez. Back to Long. Long forward for Reedon, I believe. Or is that Kemp? That's Allie Kemp. And she's forced out, loses the ball, and the Huskies throw it in. And there's a little holding call against Saltzman. So California will have the kick.
A little overuse of the cast.
Her ankle's hurt, her shoe fell off, she has a broken wrist.
Sun got
and they called the foul on her.
The nerve.
Fouts to the 5'11" Hunt. Hunt is tired. She doesn't even come close to being able to chase that one down against Rain. Belansky for Washington. Tara Belansky. And literally, Saltzman is sitting at midfield putting her shoe back on. She still hasn't gotten the shoe on. The sun must have been in her eyes as she tried to put it.
from the wonderful world of sports, we bring you Home Run Derby, where each week the leading home run hitters of the major leagues will compete in a home run hitting contest. You'll meet such stars as Duke Snider, Eddie Matthews, Rocky Colavito, Ernie Banks, Mickey Mantle, Henry Aaron, Harmon Killebrew, Willie Mays, and many others.
Hi there, everyone. I'm Mark Scott. Today on Home Run Derby, Ken Boyer, winner of our last contest, will meet a fellow National Leaguer, Hammerin' Hank Aaron. Let's meet them, shall we? Come on in, fellas. Kenny, good seeing you again.
Nice to be back, Mark. Thank you.
Henry, welcome to your first time on Home Run Derby.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Fellas, today you're going for the big money. The winner will receive $2,000. The loser, $1,000. As an added bonus, anytime either one of you should hit 3 consecutive home runs, you'll receive an additional $500. The 4th home run in a row is worth another $500. And each consecutive home run after that is worth an additional $1,000. Now you'll play 9 innings, and you'll each get 3 outs per inning. Any ball not hit out of the ballpark is an out. You don't have to swing at every pitch. But if the ball is in the strike zone and you don't swing at it, that also constitutes an out. Head umpire Art Passarella will call the strikes. Now, do you have any questions?
No questions. I understand.
Now, the pitchers are out there to throw the ball over the plate. They're batting practice pitchers, and they'll work every other inning. As the winner of the last contest, you'll act as the home team, which means that you'll bat first, Henry. We're all set, so let's play ball, and good luck to both of you.
Good luck. Thank you.
We'll start Home Run Derby in just a moment.
We were more or less more interested, I believe, the players on our club in keeping the streak alive than Lou was.
And I might have been given a bad break, but I've got an awful lot to live for.
I saw that day, if you talk about sadness in any gathering, that's the day I saw photographers cry.
We're all out there on the field, and the fans, an ovation like I've never heard in my life before or since. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life, believe me.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Play ball! Well, it's the top half of the first inning. Henry Aaron against Kenny Boyer as 2 great National League sluggers get together here on Home Run Derby. Henry Aaron up. Ken, you may have your work cut out for you this week.
I'll probably have to go a little better than last week. I was real lucky. There's the first swing, and already there's one.
It's gone over the left field wall for a home run. Hank Aaron out in front 1-0 here in the top of the first. 1 swing, 1 homer.
He could hit out of that sick bed, couldn't he?
1-1.
Ground ball, 1 out. Home run or nothing here on Home Run Derby. Hammerin' Henry Aaron against Kenny Boyer here in this week's contest on Home Run Derby. High fly ball back deep into left field. It's going away back, and she's gone over the left center field wall. Henry Aaron out in front, 2-0 in the top half of the first.
He's mean.
High pop-up. That'll be 2 out.
2 away.
It's a home run or nothing here on Home Run Derby. Kenny Boyer is last week's winner, having defeated Harmon Killebrew by a score of 3-2 in a thrilling ball game.
3 outs.
A ground ball, and that's all. But Hank Aaron picks up 2 homers in the top half of the first inning, and the score at the end of a half inning of play, Hank Aaron 2 with Ken Boyer coming up. Henry, you didn't take long the first swing out of the ballpark.
Well, I just got lucky and a little wind behind me.
Henry, just take a look at that flagpole. That wind is not blowing one little bit out there.
It was blowing just a teeny bit.
It couldn't have been blowing much that just a couple of seconds ago. Here's Kenny Boyer coming up. Last half of the first, Henry Aaron out in front by a score of 2-0. In contrast to last week's ball game, this one could be a big scoring game. Foul ball on play. It's 1 out. Fly ball to right.
2 out.
Shallow.
Just got under there just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Swinging late on it, too. 2 outs. There she goes. Way back, and it is gone over the left field wall for a homer.
Yeah, he really hit that one, didn't he?
He got a good piece of it, good hunk of it. It's 2-1 now. Hank Aaron out in front of Kenny Boyer. Another one is going away back and gone over the left field wall. It's tied up at 2-2.
It'll be real tough, I see that.
That's 2 in a row. Another one is worth $500.
Three outs.
Nope, he grounded it foul, and that's all. But Kenny Boyer picks up 2 home runs here in the bottom half of the first inning. And the score at the end of 1 inning of play, Henry Aaron 2, Kenny Boyer 2. Kenny had a chance for 3 in a row.
I had a chance, that's right. I didn't wait on a good pitch. I think I might have swung on the ball there.
Well, the one thing for sure, though, you weren't intimidated. You tied him up at 2-2.
Well, I know I'm going to have to hit a few to beat this boy because he can hit him.
Here's Henry Aaron. Pitch does not count. Henry Aaron got 2 in the top of the first, with Kenny Boyer bouncing back with 2 in the bottom of the first. High pop-up.
1 out.
But it took you 9 innings to get 3 home runs last week against Harmon Killebrew. You got 2 in the first here today. Line drive out into left center field.
2 outs.
2 outs. Line drive in the left. And that's all. Henry Aaron comes up with no runs in the top half of the second inning. And the score going into the bottom of the second inning is Ken Boyer 2, Hank Aaron 2. Henry, you hit 2 right on the button, but didn't get under him enough.
Yeah, just couldn't get the ball up. I think next time I'm going to be swinging up a little bit more.
Just cut up under it a little bit more?
Just a little bit more.
Well, here's Kenny Boyer batting in the bottom half of the second inning. We're all tied up at 2-2. Foul ball. That's it out. Incidentally, the pitcher who throws the most home run balls will also receive a bonus.